Since the dawn of civilization, humanity's earliest priority was survival, not storytelling, not writing. In the harsh crucible of early life, people fought to protect themselves from nature's fury, scavenged for food, built rudimentary shelters, and eventually discovered tools for entertainment and ritual. But between 6000 and 3000 BCE, something remarkable began to stir in the human journey: the birth of urban civilization. It was a time of groundbreaking discoveries, when human intelligence transitioned from simple survival to organized knowledge. This pivotal transformation, one of the most rapid in ancient history, was rooted largely in West Asia. From the Neolithic Age to the emergence of complex city-states, this region blossomed into the cradle of innovation, giving rise to agriculture, architecture, and ultimately, writing. By 400 BCE, Neolithic cultures had spread from the eastern Mediterranean to the Indian subcontinent, creating a mosaic of farmers, fishermen, and herders who shaped a new society. Yet, it was in the fertile lands between the Nile and the Tigris-Euphrates rivers where urban life truly flourished. There, the abundance of resources, favorable geography, and collective needs gave birth to civilizations like Egypt and Sumer. With temples and palaces accumulating great wealth, the need to track and manage resources pushed the limits of human memory. Oral accounts were no longer enough. Thus, humanity's first recorded solution was visual, scratching symbols into clay or stone to represent objects or transactions. Early writing wasn't language as we know it, it was memory-aiding symbolism. A picture of a sheep beside a figure might mean, "I lent 5 sheep to this person." These visual cues, figurative writing, captured intent and quantity without formal grammar. But over time, pictures evolved into phonetic symbols, where sounds, not images, conveyed meaning. This profound shift, one of history's most revolutionary leaps, birthed the phonetic script, letters representing specific sounds. Around 5,000 to 6,000 years ago, 2 major writing systems emerged independently but simultaneously in Sumer and Egypt. In Egypt, this system was called hieroglyphics, literally sacred carvings. In Mesopotamia, it was cuneiform, wedge-shaped marks pressed into clay. Although the scripts looked different, they shared the same DNA, evolving from pictures to sound symbols. Egyptian hieroglyphs used icons, birds, eyes, fingers, that no longer meant the object depicted but the sound associated with it. A bee didn't mean a bee, but the sound bee. Similarly, in Sumerian cuneiform, the shape of an arrow came to symbolize not an arrow, but the sound T, and by extension, the word for life. These scripts were humanity's first attempt to record thought, law, religion, and science. The invention of writing allowed civilizations to expand beyond memory, preserving contracts, recording harvests, codifying prayers, and teaching across generations. While Egypt and Babylon became centers of script-based knowledge, writing systems also emerged in Mohenjo-Daro and China. However, not all ancient societies created scripts, and not all languages lent themselves easily to writing. Archaeologist Sir Leonard Woolley observed that the Sumerian language was especially well suited to written form. Its words were short, often 1 or 2 syllables, which allowed symbols to combine naturally into larger meanings. Many scholars believe that from Mesopotamia, the idea of writing spread to other great civilizations. First came pictographs, then syllabic scripts, and finally alphabetic writing, arguably the most significant leap. Unlike syllabic scripts, where every sound or word required its own symbol, the alphabet reduced written language to a set of simple characters, just 25 to 30 letters representing all spoken sounds. Suddenly, learning to read wasn't a lifetime's pursuit, but something even a child could master. In older systems, Egyptian students sometimes studied 10 to 15 years to achieve literacy. Their education was often confined to priests and scribes. But the alphabet democratized knowledge, laying the foundation for mass communication. Although this breakthrough didn't come easily and took centuries of experimentation and social need, its impact was profound. In a world without computers or science labs, ancient civilizations gave us one of the most enduring tools of all time, writing. A tool that not only preserved their voice but also paved the way for every book, library, and digital text we use today. In the silence of ancient stone tablets and carved walls, the story of human communication was born, a revolutionary legacy that still shapes the modern mind.